Hi guys, it's Karina, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I fill in my brows with Benefit's new brow products. I told you guys in my last video that I actually bought them from the Reno airport on my way to Tahoe, and throughout the trip at Tahoe I actually used these products and I fell in love. I did not expect to, so I wanted to just show you guys a video on how I use a couple of the products. And just keep in mind that this brow look, I guess you can call it, is what I do when I'm wearing more dramatic makeup looks. So if you guys would like to see how I fill in my brows, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first step is to pin my hair back. I do have my foundation and concealer on because I just wanted to have a nice base. This is how I always do my makeup. I always do my foundation first and then my brows, so that is how I'm doing it. And the first step that I take is I like to just go in directly with the, what is this even called? The Ka-Brow by Benefit. And I do like to use this brush. A lot of people have been complaining about how they don't really care for it. I love it. This is the one that I use with the product, and you can kind of just snap it. So this is where you kind of hold it. You just snap it out, and then you can always just snap it into the top, and then it creates this really long brow. What is this even called? A brow brush. So I'm just going to be taking this and dipping it into the product. And I like to start by lining the underneath part of my brow. So I'm going to start right at the edge over here, or at the arch. And I'm just going to lightly line the bottom part of that brow. And can I just tell you guys that I absolutely love the Benefit products. I kind of just bought them, like I said in my other video when I mentioned them. I kind of just bought it on a whim and not really knowing how I was gonna like it. And I used it throughout my trip in Tahoe and I fell in love, and this is how I do my brows now. So once I have that kind of line already done, I'm gonna go into this sparse area right over here and start filling that in, and then also bring it in. I'm gonna skip this part right here because I have a lot of hair there, and then I'm just gonna skip right to the inner corner. And if you guys don't like it dark up there, that's totally fine. You can just use a powder for that area, but this is how I've been liking to do my brows. And then with whatever is left over on the brush, I'm just taking it to the inner part. And I also like to kind of go in the direction of my hair just so that it looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so that is basically it for the, I guess you can call it like a pomade. And then next, I'm going to be going in with the pencil. And I used to use this to line the bottom portion of my eyebrow. You can totally do that too, but now I've been recently liking to just use this to fill in any areas that I feel like are missing. And also you can use this to add in some really nice like hair strokes right in this inner corner area, just using a really light hand. And this one is also in the color number 5. And you can also define that outer tail just like I did right there. And that's basically what I like to do with the pencil. Nothing too crazy. I can't really fill in my whole brow with a pencil because I just don't really like that method. This part is totally optional. I like to set my brows, and I'm going to be using the Kelley Baker Brown Eyebrow Powder with the Kelley Baker brush, which just looks like this. And then just using this to lightly set the eyebrows just so that they don't melt off my face, because my face does get really, really oily. And I also like to take this and feather out the inner part of my brow just so that it's not like a block. Just with a really light hand, just kind of feather that color inwards. And you can also take the spoolie on this and kind of brush out the brow. Then on days that I like to make it a little bit more defined, I did this for the music festival that I went to recently, or just any type of, when you're doing any glam makeup look. I don't have any eye makeup on right now, so this might look a little bit crazy, but when you do, this looks really, really nice. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of the Urban Decay Light Concealer on this Sephora brush. This one is the number 45 Precision Concealer brush. And I just like to take a little bit of it and kind of just define and highlight underneath the brow. And then just blend that downwards. And then if you really want to go a little bit extra with this, you can also clean up the this upper part by just using no product and just taking the whatever's left on the brush and then just swiping it downwards and blending that out just like that. Then I'm going to be taking Benefit's Gimme Brow, and this one is also in the number 5, and this is just an eyebrow gel just to set everything and make sure your actual brow hairs don't move. And I'll just be using this to kind of set my brows. I don't really have much brow hair, but this is great for people who have really unruly brow hairs that kind of just don't really stay in place. Mine don't really have a problem because they're really, really short, so I don't really have an issue with that, but for people that do have an issue controlling their brows and their brow hairs just kind of go everywhere every day, this step is great. And that is the completed brow. So this is what my brow looks like after. So this is the before, I have no brows. And then this is after I fill everything in. Before and after. So I just popped on some lashes just so that you guys could see what my eyebrows look like with kind of a more dramatic eye. It's nothing too crazy, I kind of wish I put eyeshadow on, but it's fine, you guys kind of get the point. And yeah, this is just how I've been liking to do my brows recently. I do only do these brows when I'm wearing like a really dramatic makeup look, and usually if I'm only doing something really, really natural, like a fresh face look, I'll just use the powder. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed that video on how I fill in my brows. I am not blessed with beautiful brows like some people in this world, and honestly, brow products have changed my life and I have no idea what I would do without them. So just letting you guys know, I love these Benefit brow products. If you guys want to try it out, I will leave everything linked down below. This video is not sponsored, and also if you guys want to purchase the Kelley Baker brow powder, I will also leave that in the description below. I absolutely love that powder, and I'm not sponsored by them either. If you guys would like to watch my latest video, I will leave it linked right over here. You can click on that, and also if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, click the subscribe button right down there to subscribe. And if you guys are watching on a mobile phone, the link to subscribe will be down in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!